guys, this is Aslam Khan here to teach leadership style. This is going to help you in Cambridge O-Level Business Studies 7115 paper. This leadership style is going to help a lot of marks in exam. Most of the time, 8 marks will be tested appropriately from this area, or either they might give a 12-mark question on part 1 or part 2 of the paper, even on case study, or even on the normal question paper 1. So before moving on to this topic, guys, I want you guys to do one thing: subscribe my channel, and please do not forget to leave a comment under the comment section in order to get in order to learn more from us. And please hit the bell button, and because it will notify you whenever I post a video for you, which will be helpful for your exams in future. So moving on to leadership style, there are 3 types of leadership styles you need to know. First one, we will say it as autocratic leader. Second one, we say it as democratic leader. And third leadership style, we say it as laissez-faire. Well, now what are these 3 types of leaders? I'm going to explain you one by one. You need to know this type of leaders. You don't want to by heart these definitions, guys. I remind you, when you're learning business studies, do not by heart first of all. You need to just remember these terms properly. Just remember them and just know what are their pros and cons. That will be most enough for you to score better in your exams. So when it comes to autocratic leader, guys, you need to understand that a leader who gives some sort of works to subordinates, and he does not get the work, he gets the work done from the subordinates, but what he does is, he will not listen to the subordinates because he doesn't have much time to listen to the people who are below him. And if I take an organizational structure, guys, I'm going to draw an organizational structure which will explain you the whole scenario clearly. If I'm going to go a bit down and down and down, if I take this as an organizational structure. Now students might think what an organizational structure will be. You need to understand, guys, organizational structure is a way how the command is going from the top to bottom stage. I'm going to explain you how this is going to work under autocratic, democratic and laissez-faire. Here, autocratic leader may be a CEO, a person, or a manager or a director, a person who is in a top position. So what he is going to do is, he's not going to listen to the people who is under him. He is going to order the things which is coming from above to below. So this type of leadership style is very commanding. He will not listen to many people. He will just think that what he takes, whatever the decisions he is taking, is appropriate for the business. And also he thinks that his decisions are great initiative, because he might feel that his decisions can make the business much better in future. As he is not giving the works to the employees on deciding, he is trying to save the company out of small mistakes, because as he is very experienced on what he is doing, his decisions can impact the organization at large. So you need to understand, guys, when it comes to autocratic leader, he never listens to these people who are on bottom. He takes the decision alone, and he will command the people to get the work done. The one good thing in autocratic leadership is you can get the work done very easily, and you can be so focused on what you need to achieve. Giving the chances, if they ask what is the common exam like the disadvantage of an autocratic leader, giving the chances for the employees to take decision will always be sometimes slower, and also it will not be appropriate because employees will not be that qualified to the level of CEO, manager or director to take the decision like that. And also sometimes when one person's decision is implemented under bottom, and when CEO's decision is different, it will be having a contrast for the organization. And also employees will always take decision which is relevant and good for them. So while considering autocratic can be a commanding leader, but he is so focused on his work, he is so focused on specific achieving the objective, and he is focused on hitting the targets very speculatively. So you need to be understanding autocratic leader is a different type of leadership style. He doesn't listen from people who are down. He just thinks what he is doing is always correct. So giving an idea about autocratic leader, I'm going to move on to the second leadership style, that is democratic leader. Democratic leadership style is a bit different. He is a person who is going to listen to people. Now he is going to say, hey man, I'm going to listen. Yeah, what are you going to say? Whatever you are saying, I will listen. So he listens to employees. Now there's something called morale. Okay, so we say as morale. What is this morale? Morale is some sort of motivation every employee should have when they are working in a company. Why is that? If an employee has a morale, they will be motivated to do the work very focused, and the productivity of the company will increase. Now you need to understand, a democratic leader will be able to motivate the employees. Why is that? Because a democratic leader is a good listener. He listens to the problems on the below approach. He'll understand the concerns of the employees, and he will try to take a decision. Now if they ask definition of democratic leader, what is democratic leadership style, you need to be saying this: a democratic leader is a leader who listens to the people and take decisions collectively with the employees' concern. So giving this definition is more than enough, guys, to score you better in exams. So what you need to do when it comes to democratic leadership style, you need to be so focused on asking what can we do to uplift in future. Now sometimes he might listen to employees, but still he will take a decision and he will speak to employees and say, hey, I took this decision because of this, and this decision is actually implemented for your good sake. So giving an explanation for all the decisions they take is a very important concern for all employees, because they feel motivated. The democratic leader has a good relationship. But on the other side, there might be some sort of mistakes which might happen in democratic leadership. What might be the disadvantages? I can say number one, the employer and democratic leader might have one decision, and employees might be having another decision, so they will have contrast. And democratic leader cannot say no to their words, and it will be going against the company. Sometimes they will, we can also say that the company is driving towards another future, or it is just driven away from the focus objective which it should achieve. So this is also a biggest problem in a company. What they are targeting cannot be targeted, because employees see always their comfortableness, and their decision will always impact the company very deeply. So you need to understand that a democratic leader, when they give the chances for employees to take the decision, employees might take decisions, but one thing you need to know, these decisions might be very slow, and it will take a lot of time, it will generate a lot of time, so it will cost a lot of money, because when time is wasted, time is value of money, so democratic leader will not be able to take the decision so fast. That's what, when it comes to democratic leader, you need to understand. So the third person is laissez-faire. He is very different person. Companies like Google is following laissez-faire. What they used to do is, guys, they give the work to the people. They hire the people who are much known about the job what they do, and they'll be given the job. Now for example, as I said, if CEO is here, guys, and if a person's employee is here, so if a person is here, CEO believes that employee will be doing the work so perfect. So he believes that whatever the work he is sending from up, he'll be doing it great, and he will never have a supervision on that person, because he is not being monitored. He is given the freedom to do what he wants, but the work should be done. Because laissez-faire is a leadership style where he gives the work to the employee and believes that the work is correctly carried out because of their qualification, experience and knowledge. So when they interview it properly, because they want to recruit the correct guy for the correct job. Okay, so you need to understand that, as I taught you, laissez-faire is a good thing, because you will save a lot of time. You will believe your employees are always on work, and you can think that you can achieve your targets. But on the other side, the bad thing is, your too much expectation will lead to distraction, because you might think that your employee will work properly, but he needs to be sometimes monitored, and your employee will not be guided most of the time, so he will be doing some sort of mistakes, and mistakes increase the wastages. Wastages will lead towards inefficiencies. Okay, so what is the inefficiencies? The wastages are increasing day by day. So if you cannot allocate your resources properly, that inefficiency will happen when it comes to laissez-faire. So laissez-faire also says something. You know what else they are saying? Laissez-faire says that if you have a disadvantage when it comes to laissez-faire, you need to be able to identify that. Like laissez-faire is some sort of, there's no sort of supervision, so all the employees will be, going towards a future without no more. Like what they are doing, they do not know, so they are just lost on thoughts. So you need to be always understand that whatever the leadership style it can be autocratic, democratic, laissez-faire. All three types of leadership should have some sort of supervision. Democratic has some sort of supervision, but autocratic, complete supervision and monitoring. Laissez-faire, not at all, no supervision at all, guys. They just believe that the employees are correct, and it's not always correct, because sometimes if they do mistake, it will cost the company a lot. So I hope you understood leadership style. Please do not forget to subscribe my channel to learn more with me. We'll see the next topic on the next video. See you guys.